push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk. Looking to pass. It's Cherry. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll go to the counter play. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Turns it upfield. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Turns up, it's Tremble. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. And after that last one, perhaps the emphasis should be on forward pass on second down. They want to throw it. In traffic, it's busted. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Running inside, it's Coleman. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. Long way to go on second down. Back to throw, it's Lott. Unloads to the wideout. Left side is Simmons. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. Syracuse right back at it.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Syracuse comes to the line on first and goal. Out wide left, it's Carter. First catch of his career, and you see why they believe this freshman tight end can contribute early. And the D deny them on second and goal. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. Both teams wanted to run the football. Let's take a look at the numbers for these two guys so far. Looking for the touchdown on third and goal. Into the end zone. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Right down the boulevard. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
And that's a nice run by the running back. And I tell you what, man, these rivalry games, a lot of times they're decided by who can run the football, who can exert their will, be more physical, because there's so much emotion that goes into it. And going back to last year, like this game was so close, so tight. So what's going to be the difference? A lot of times, man, it's the physicality and the running game.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
Drops back. It's Cherry. Left side, it's Vaughn. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. From the gun, the running back has it. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Zings it complete to the right. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. The Nittany Lions go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Drops back on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Yates. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. The Nittany Lions, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. With the run on 1st and goal. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Snags it. He's stopped.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield. He's got some speed and wheels himself to run with them. And, yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. He'll line it up from 34 yards out. Never a doubt. Now up by 7 points here in the 2nd.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Orange ready to go on the attack on this drive. They'll go to work, trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. Looking for a man. It's Lott. Keeping his eyes downfield. Oh, he's got some space. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch them because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Uncorks it. Got him downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. You might get away with grabbing just about anything except the face mask. Got to keep those hands below the face mask. He'll pull it on the read. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The play fake. Here comes the Heat. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Smashes it between the uprights. That'll cut the lead down to 4, 17-13.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
This guy makes you hold your breath when he gets the football in his hands, and that last line of the coverage team, the only thing that stopped him from housing it. Play action on first down. They're all over it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Cherry. Tight end finds a soft spot. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. And the Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. Makes the grab. It's Samuel. Turning it on. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Fresh set of downs going up top. He's got the tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. The Nittany Lions with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Couldn't find his man last time. Now they'll have to convert 3rd and 4. Picks up enough to get them 1st and 10 from the 13. The Nittany Lions pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Wants to throw on 1st. Quickly complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. The Orange calling for a timeout. It's their first. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. 2nd down, gonna throw it. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting them a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. It is perfect. Now up by 7 points here in the 2nd.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Syracuse offense makes its way onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point in the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the 2nd half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the 1st half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
And these drops can be very frustrating because you know he wants the football, and he demands the football. Dadgum, receivers a lot of times will walk in the huddle, throw me the ball. I've heard worse stories than that and worse language, but calling for the football, got to make plays, man. That's how you get more balls thrown in the direction.
And they'll stop him short of the 1st down, and they've got a timeout if they want to try to get the ball back before halftime. Timeout taken here by the Nittany Lions. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Punt is in the air. Hauls it in at the 25. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. The Nittany Lions will get things going as their offense heads out to the field. Not great field position. We'll see how aggressive they are in the final seconds. Back to throw. It's Cherry. Looking to the big tight end. Working the big fella to the corner. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Quickly out to the tight end. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. After the 7-yard completion, it's now 2nd and 3. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Makes the grab. He goes out of bounds after picking up a few at the 35-yard line. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Snap on first down, wants to throw. That's caught. It's Yates. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. Never a doubt. And now the lead is extended a little further. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connor.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. We get things going here with a look at Charlotte taking on the Florida Atlantic Owls. And it's the 49ers with the lead right now in the first half in a battle of 1-0 teams. Now back to your game in Happy Valley. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. Two workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
The Nittany Lions will boot it away to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second.
Shakes a man, and he might take off. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Pass completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Off play action on first down. He'll pull it down. Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job. There's no gain on the play. Using his legs, it's Coleman. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Syracuse will send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the return. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Penn State's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. Looking downfield, it's Cherry. Fires to the tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Quarterback empties his backfield. Drops back on first down. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. The Nittany Lions right after the huge play through the air back to the line. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Wants to throw it. That's caught. It's Yates. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. And the Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Fresh set of downs going up top. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Well, the ball hasn't hit the ground very often for this guy in this game, right? He's even still, after that incompletion, over 80% throwing, which is key. Because last game he was under 50% on his throws. He went back to work, worked on his fundamentals, and that's really showing up here.
They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Balls at the 18. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down. So here comes the field goal unit again. This kicker has already made 3 in this one. And he missed it. No good. Guys, a double-digit lead is good, but more would have been better. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Drag down. The decibel meter's about to explode. One of the great environments, wide out level noise. Trying to slip through and pick it up. Breaks into the open. Smashes through the tackle. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Looking for a man. It's Lott. Quickly to the tight end. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. Syracuse has a really nice drive going. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play. The Orange with a ton of options available on 2nd and short. From the gun, it's Coleman. Driven back.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make a stop.
They give it back to him. He gets it so close to that imaginary yellow line, but I think he's going to be just a tad short. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's brought down, but he picks up the 1st down, and the gamble pays off. Syracuse operating with a fresh set of downs after that last completion. Cuts it upfield. It's Coleman. Got a little grass. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. 1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. They'll try to get it in with the run. This time there is no running room to be found, and this defense wasn't going to get hit with a big run twice in a row. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Touchdown, Syracuse. Excellent pass by the back on the option. You want to keep your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Holly, what update do you have for us?
Here on the Nittany Lions sideline, they are really hyping up their quarterback right now, guys. You know, they weren't exactly sure what to expect in this young player going into the game, but he has delivered over 200 yards passing. He has proven to be someone they can count on. The coaches keep telling him, poise, composure, keep it going. This young guy is showing what he's made of. Back to you.
All right, Holly.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
Out wide left, it's Howard. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. They've got a 1st and 10 as we are inside a minute to play here in the 3rd. Sets his feet. It's Cherry. Got it. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. At the end of that play, there is a Nittany Lions still shaken up and down on the field. The Nittany Lions getting set on 1st and 10. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Now, they missed a field goal on the last drive, but you need to get points here, so they need to pick up some yardage to at least get in range for their kicker. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down, they've got it at the 40. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to throw on 1st. Back's got it on the screen. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. As we head into the 4th quarter, both teams hoping to rely on the running game. Here's how the two backs stack up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. The give. There he goes. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. They've got a 1st down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Picked up 4 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and 6.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Got his man. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. They could tie the game here with a field goal, but instead looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Plowing ahead on 4th down. And he did not make it. The defense standing tall against the run. Hits inside. It's Coleman. Gain of right at 7 yards. 2nd and 3 coming. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Might as well run him again. Makes a man miss. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking for a crease, it's Coleman. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Motion from the back. Wants to throw. It's Lott. Out wide right, it's Coleman. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys.
He lets one fly deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. So the defense sets them up with that interception. Now a couple of first downs, maybe even punching a score, and they'll go home with the W. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. Hauls it in. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
This guy's looking real sharp this week. Listen, QBs hate throwing picks. He only threw one last week, but that really ate him up all week long in practice. He wanted to come out here, put his best foot forward. He's done just that.
Gives it. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. The Orange calling for a timeout. It's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. He tries to take the top off. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. Here's the conundrum for the defensive coordinator. Do you stay aggressive, or do you protect and play a little more conservatively with the lead and just a few minutes left? Rushes on, and down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Off play action. Finds the tight end. He'll be dropped.
Well, it's a nice job, too, the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Fires left. It's caught. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Throws it off the RPO. Can't get him to the ground. Syracuse might take a shot here on 2nd and short. Looking for space. It's Coleman. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on 3rd down. Snags it, and there's running room. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down. Syracuse operating with a fresh set of downs after that last completion. Back to throw. It's Lott. Setting up the screen. Turning it on. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
What a great job by the quarterback working through his progressions here. In a 2-minute situation, he doesn't force it down the field if it's not open. Check it down to your back. Let him go to work, and he comes up with a huge play.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
He'll try to do it himself. He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. From the red zone, it's Coleman. Runs through a tackle. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. Timeout taken here by the Nittany Lions. That'll be their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Keep it on the ground. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Penn State will spend its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a 4th quarter lead. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Cuse. And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Really good execution by this offense. Late in the game, under a minute, score to take the lead. It's what you draw up. It's what you dream about. But now, my defense has to go on the field and get me one more stop.
On the move from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. This drive will open from the 15. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Might as well finish with a little flair. The defense comes up with a turnover, and they can take a knee if they choose from here on out. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation.